All right, here we go. Down and dirty fishing report. I'm gonna try to be quick with this, but I don't know that I've been this excited about trout fishing for a very long time. And the reason why is it's been unbelievable. It's been unbelievable trout fishing. We've had a ton of guide days booked. It's been really fun. We've had a great group of guests, just a fantastic people, time and time again. Per the usual, we don't get people that are ornery usually, but we've just had some really good days. Some first steelhead for people, some first 20-inch trout for people, some first trout for people, some first cutthroat trout for people. All kinds of fun stuff. Lots of first spay rod trout or spay, fish at all. So lots of that, lots of fun. So to the report, we've been fishing, our local valley rivers, the San Yams and the Mac, and the McKenzie, as you know, I'm sure you've kept track of it, has been going up and down and up and down and up and down, and it's kind of planed off around 3 feet right now, which is fine. A lot of people don't want to fish it at 3 feet. The fact is there are still trout in the river at 3 feet, 1 foot, 8 feet, 50 feet, doesn't matter, they're still going to exist. So you got to figure out a way to get after them. You got to look for softer spots. Try not to fish the gigantic, boils. There's big back eddies, big boils right now, because they're just going to screw up your drift if you're dry fly drifting, or if you're dead drifting with an indicator rig or whatever. Try not to fish those big boils or back eddies. They're very dangerous right now too. So focus on the soft inside seams. That's what I would recommend you do. Doesn't mean you can't fish the little bit bigger water, but just don't mess with the really big water where you think, oh, that's where I get them in the summer. Well, it's too big right now. You're not going to be able to get your stuff down. You're not going to be able to present your fly well. So fish good water and fish it well. So same with the other valley rivers as well. The San Yams have really done the same thing. We're fishing them at levels where we've really never fished them before, and it's been incredible, quite frankly. So if you want a trip, that's gonna segue to the trips real quick, just so I don't forget. We're relatively booked. Eli's got most of his days booked. I've got days here and there booked. Let us know. Eli's running the typical system that he likes to run. He likes to really try to get people into fish any way they want to get into them, but specifically, he really likes the dry fly game, and he does really well with it, and he understands the timing of it. I'm kind of a down and dirty guy. I like guys that want to streamer fish, or gals that want to streamer fish, and I'm fine with nymph fishing too. But the streamer game, the micro spay game, we've got days. We've got some days left in June, and July is relatively open. So give us a call. Sometimes we can get you on the water that day. It's rare, but sometimes we can. So give us a call. Big dry flies have been pretty incredible. Kind of silly, honestly. I don't know why. It doesn't really make any sense. There's a few golden stones and salmon flies in the lower rivers, which is what we've been fishing, but there's not a whole lot. The fish are just into them. I can't explain it, especially we get a little bit of nice weather. They've been really into them. The nastier weather, we've done okay on PMDs so far. We've had some decent PMD days. We've had really good subsurface fishing, which is pretty common. I mean, these trout haven't seen, flies or anything for a while. And then a lot of noticing a lot of the boats, we were on the McKenzie the other day, a lot of guys are cruising down the river, kind of fishing water that they think there's going to be, fish in, but the water's just too big. You gotta fish the softer water when the water's big. So anyways, the fish are being left alone a little bit, which is kind of nice. And there's not near as many boats on the river. I mean, I've had clients kind of joke around like, yeah, you reserved the river just for us today, huh? And it's like, yeah, I don't know why. There's nobody out here. It's unbelievable. So yeah, get out there, whether it's in your own boat or our boat. Get on the river. This has been unprecedented. Probably the best fishing I've ever experienced in the valley for sure. And we're getting them in all different ways. I mean, we're catching a ton of 16 to 22 inch fish. It's been silly. It's been genuinely silly. So you can go to the Deschutes. That's great. You know, with your other 700 best friends right next to you. That is all good. You know, I love the Deschutes. I love to go this time of year, but it has gotten to be a madhouse. And the salmon fly hatch has been a bit of a disappointment this year. You know, I'm not trying to just convince you to fish the valley because, you know, I don't want 700 best friends next to me either. But anyhow, Deschutes is on and off. It's been very on and off. If you can hit the weather right, you're going to do really well over there. The valley's been insane. Our small streams have been fishing really good. The Lucky Mute, you're not going to be able to fish the upper rivers of these bigger rivers for a little bit effectively as far as walk and wade stuff. You can stop from spot to spot, but you're not going to be able to, you know, get across the river at this point. So that stuff is a little bit off right now. Steelhead fishing. We've seen steelhead. It's been kind of cool. We've caught some steelhead. We've got buddies that are catching steelhead. Like, it's been okay. The numbers aren't crazy good, but they're not bad either. So I think it's worth a shot. I'm not really willing to, you know, guide for them in the valley right now. I think I'd be cheating you a little bit. I don't think there's enough fish in to you know, go after them and have somebody pay us to do that. I think that might be cheating the system a little bit, but I think they're worth getting after anyhow. So get out there, fish the Sandy M's, fish the Middle Fork Willamette, fish the McKenzie. You know, there's been fish caught everywhere in all these rivers. So they're in reasonable numbers to make it worth your time. Next quick thing is, you know, if you want to get into something new and you've got gear, we're doing the trade-in program. It's worked out really well for a lot of folks. So bring in your gear and we will sell it for you. We'll just give you a price right there so you can have shop credit right then and there. And yeah, get what you want that's new. We got some new, finally got in the Trout spay rod from Sage. I'm not gonna show it on camera. It happens to be right here next to me. They're kind of not low line, but medium rod, the G5. It's a nice rod. Pretty impressed so far. So come down, take a look at it. You know, we've got a bunch of Berkheimers coming in pretty soon here too. We've got some great Echo Trout spays, a couple Reddingtons. Got a decent little selection right now. We got the new Sage R8 single hander. That's a pretty sweet rod. We actually have that on all our boats. We went ahead and bought some for the shop, for shop rods. But yeah, if you want to try it, let us know. We'll get you casting. Thanks, guys.